Bitcoin in danger, crypto and stock market technical analysis. Hello people, I'm the NakedTrader, and if you want to be a profitable trader, you need to stay here, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. My previous analysis of Algorand resulted in profits of 277%. My Ethereum Classic resulted in 118% profits. Warner Bros. Stocks resulted in 84% profits. Broadcom stocks resulted in almost 89% profits, 88.97. If you want to be a profitable trader, subscribe now, hit that bell and keep updated. Today I will analyze Bitcoin, Ethereum, Algorand, Ethereum Classic, Broadcom and Warner Bros. And for now, let's start with the weekly performance of the crypto market. Overall, we have a mixed week, slightly more green than red. By the way, I've changed my setup, so I'm looking from a different angle, so you might see my face from a different side. Okay, SPX is up 24%, Injective 14%, Maker 11.4%, Hyperliquid 11.4%, the red ones Jupiter minus 10.9%, Bitensor minus 8.4%, White Rock minus 7%, Stacks minus 9.1%, Trump is minus 7.7%, and if we change from the weekly to the daily, today's sentiment slightly more red than green. White Rock minus 6.4%, Fightcoin minus 3.9%, Theta minus 2.7%, Duckwithet minus 2.3%. What is this? Volta minus 3.1%, so that was previous EOS. Okay, Hyperliquid is up 4.2%, Uniswap 2.3%, XRP is up 3.1%, Internet Computer 4.8%. And from here I will go to CoinMarketCap. Currently we have a market cap of 3.3 trillion with a 24-hour volume of 86.67 billion. And today's fear and greed is at 55, which is in the neutral zone. The top 10 coins of today are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Binance, Solana, Dogecoin, Tron and Cardano. And from here I will go to the weekly performance of the stock market. Overall, a nice week, more green than red ones on the weekly. Nvidia is up 4.88, Meta 7.76, Amazon 4.17, Taiwan Semiconductors 6.13, Liliali 4.37, the red ones, Tesla is down 14.81, and what do we have more? CME Group minus 5.11, Arthur and Gallagher minus 5.38, and from here let's go to the chart of Bitcoin, starting at the weekly. About 11 hours and 44 minutes to close this week's candle. Currently still in green. And the price is at $105,807. So the price went down as low as just above 100,000. Let me change to the daily. On the daily we can see it here. About, what was it? 100,426, and from there the price is up 5.38%. I will show last week's analysis. So it went back to the start of the impulse that was over here to the all-time high. It picked up some liquidity, stop losses are hunted, and from there the price trying to go up. And currently at the resistance area on the daily, resistance of 106,149. So, okay. So this one is in play. we're targeting 111,000. Imagine if the price goes there, so let me remove this one. If the price goes to 111,000, a pullback with an entry at 106,149, aiming for another new all-time high, probably around $118,000. And else, if the price goes up more aggressive, let's say test around 120k, pullback, aggressive entry at 111k, aiming for 125, 128. If the price rejects over here, then this scenario is in play. So the entry at 96,131, and then trying to go up from there. And if it loses support at 96,131, then the next entry will be here at 92,227. And I will add one more. Imagine if the price goes up and perhaps something like this, test 109,000, pullback with an entry, but this is a little bit more high risk. Entry at 106,000, also for the continuation play. But I like to see more strength now, the test of the previous all-time high, pullback, and then continuation. So we have 5 potential scenarios for Bitcoin coming days, and from here I will go to Broadcom. I've charted this one early 2025, and if we look closer what happened, it did try to hold support at the aggressive entry. That was the entry at $183.64, and from there the price went up 7.61%. and if you got position over there, eventually you are also in profits, about 44%. And the more defensive entry, that was the play over here, the play of $172, initially a front run over here, and later on the pullback again an entry. And if you got position over there, then you are in profits, about 54% profits. And the most defensive play, that was the entry between 130 140, that was the entry 140.40. This one is in profits, about 89%. So I will post the link of the previous analysis in the description, so you can check it out if you like. And for now, I would like to start at the monthly, and I will remove those scenarios. I'll add some levels here. And from the monthly, I will change to the weekly. All-time high over here, $265.78. We'll go to the weekly now. Next week can be a potential gain of the previous all-time high on the weekly, the $244.70. If it closes below, if it closes above 244.70, then we do have a weekly gain, which is very bullish. Selling pressure is gone so far. Okay, so for now, the entry at $224.45, aiming to break that $244. How much potential is that? About 8%. I'll be more defensive. Perhaps the entry over here, $213, trying to go up from there. Else, $194. And this one is the most defensive entry for now. 183.64, trying to go up from there. And let me change to the daily. Okay. If the price managed to go up and we print a new all-time high, then an entry at 244.70, aiming for the continuation. So we have 5 plays for Broadcom Incorporated. And from here I will go to Warner Bros. I've charted this one in 2023. And the most defensive entry, that was the entry over here. Let me move myself a little bit. At $6.88, got filled, and from there in profits about 84%. Congratulations if you had played this one. That was in the early days. So I'll post a link of the previous analysis in the description so you can check that out. And also the entry over here, the entry at $9.48. Oh, if you took position over here, what is this? Then you had some profits, about 31%. Congratulations. And for now, let me change to the monthly. By the way, I will remove those scenarios. Okay, so it went back to the start of the impulse, trying to go up from there. And from the monthly, wait. Let me change to the weekly. Here was the drop off on the weekly, compression, drop off to the low, from there trying to build an uptrend. So currently at the resistance area of $10.16. So if it's keep rejecting here, then of course the entry over here at $9.06 is playable, but I prefer the entry over here at $8.42, trying to go up from there. and else I'll be very defensive. And perhaps this one. That's the entry at $7.24, trying to go up from there. And if the price managed to break through the $10.16, perhaps a test of $11.53, pullback with an entry at $10.16, aiming for the continuation play, aiming to break that $11.75. So 4 potential scenarios for Warner Bros. And from here I will go to Ethereum Classic, another one I've charted in 2023. And look at this. Here it was a rejection and it went to the low over here. That was $14.38. So you could have played the short. And later, look at this. Price action always repeats itself. So after the gain, pullback, entry. And if you took position over here, the entry at $18. Look at this. 118%, and over here later on 121. Amazing. I will post a link of that previous analysis in the description so you can check it out if you like. Amazing. I hope you took some profits there and increased your stop loss, because look at this, what happened again. The price went as low as $14 again. And now on the weekly, it did try to build an uptrend, a weekly gain of this previous drop off of $18. This is the start of the impulse to the high here. So $16. Let me change to the daily. Wait. Yes. On the daily, this is already tested. That is the start of the impulse here. And now at resistance, here we have a rejection so far. Okay, if Ethereum Classic managed to have a daily gain above $70.60, perhaps a test around $18.18, then I'm interested in a position over here, pullback, the entry at $70.25, aiming to break that $18.54. If the price managed to go up more aggressive, then I would like to see a test of $19.93, pullback with entry around $18. Also for the continuation play, aiming to break the $20. And else if it's keep rejecting, then the entry over here is playable, but kind of high risk. The entry at $15.61, trying to go up from there. And else, for now, the most defensive entry, the entry at $14.84, trying to go up from there. So we have 4 potential scenarios for Ethereum Classic the coming days. And from here I will go to Algorand. Another one after the gain, the pullback and the entry, if you had played the one over here, the entry at 16 cents, 16.23, first play was 103% profits, and later on you could have had 278, 79% profits. Congratulations if you had played this one. I hope you took some massive profits over here and increase your stop loss. And I will post a link of the previous analysis in the description. Look at this. What happened after that high over here? The price went down 75%. And now is still down about 68% from the high over here. And that is not the all-time high. Okay, I will remove the scenarios. So this is price action from 2023 and is still accurate. Look at this. That is what we do with technical analysis. It doesn't stop with no reason. It stops with a reason. It stops with a reason from the past. It was support or it is resistance. So we are on the weekly gain of the drop off, and now tested this first. One moment. That first support over here, 18 cents. I would like to see a continuation with the uptrend from here. Let me change to the daily. That's not looking good. We have a daily loss from the previous support of 19.24 cents. Okay, if the price managed to go up, then I would like to see a test of 21 cents, pullback at 19.69, aiming to break that 23 cents. If the price managed to go up more aggressive, perhaps test of 25 cents, pullback, entry at 21.75, aiming to break the 25 cents. If the price keeps rejecting, then let me see, then I would aim for the entry between 15 and 16 cents, trying to go up from there. And let me go back to the weekly. And else, I would aim for the entry over here at 13.2 cents, trying to go up from there. So we have 4 potential scenarios for Algorand the coming days. And from here I will go to Ethereum, starting at the weekly, still rejecting that previous drop off. Current price is at $2,503. About 11 hours and 20 minutes to close this week's candle. Okay, from the weekly, let's go to the daily. Daily loss. Yeah, the daily loss of 2,475, and now rejecting its support from here, the 2,518, not looking strong at all. So this scenario still in play. That is the entry at 2,241. And if it loses support over there, then the next entry will be active. That 2,036. And if it loses support over there, then the entry over here at 1,816. This one also in play, and I will add one more. So if the price goes up, test the 3,074. I actually want to see a really big candle, then a pullback with entry at 2,678, trying to break that 3,265. And also this one will be in play now. Perhaps a test around 2,780. The pullback, entry at 2,518, trying to break that 2,819. This is a little bit more high risk play. It's been tested several times already. So we have 5 potential scenarios for Ethereum. And for now, guys, don't forget, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Laters.